Okay. So, you just let me know when you are ready. I say when you are ready to be involved in that. And for the time being, I'm gonna let David continue doing what he was doing as I say, as Nix makes his way back over to Lord Driscoll.
Okay. Well, on my over, I'm gonna grab another drink from one of the wandering waitstaff. This time I'm not caring which one it is.
Okay.
And I'll, is he still over here by the time I get back over here? Or is he moved on to
He
different...
is. I say he is on his way back. I say. Oh, you mean Mr. Driscoll?
Yeah, is Driscoll
He's
still...
done. He would have been done talking to them, and he would currently be talking to this gentleman.
Okay. I want to listen in on their conversation as I approach, just so I have an idea of what they're talking about.
Okay. Um. This, I must say, this gentleman actually seems to be very. You kind of pick up a very aggressive tone from this gentleman. Um, he's more or less, from what you can tell, he seems to be threatening Driscoll. He seems to be threatening Driscoll in noble speak, more or less. You, more or less, kind of a, you know, some people here don't exactly like your ideas. If you were smart, you'd probably drop it.
Oh,
But I'm not saying there's only so much intelligence that I'm not saying there's only so much intelligence that someone of your upbringing could have.
uh, as I approach, um, I'll state, ah, well, then, fortunately for him, there are people here even lower on the totem pole than that. How are you doing, Lord Driscoll?
The gentleman's gonna kind of look at you and kind of like he's gonna look at you and then kind of quirk an eyebrow, and the Lord Driscoll will look over towards you as well his bodyguard. And Lord Driscoll's like, I can't exactly say that I'm familiar with you. Lord, he's gonna kind of like wait to kind of hear something. Um,
Um,
the the other guy who was talking to, he will say, "What are you?"
well, I am Lord Rem of the Sands, if you can't tell by my complexion.
He'll laugh. He's like, "Lord of the Sand." He was like, I must say, he is correct, Lord Driscoll. I didn't think anyone could be the Lord of something more trite than you. And here he is, the Lord of Dirt.
Well, fortunately for me, it does exist everywhere, and even if you clean it, it comes back. So one could say I am both the most noticeable and least noticeable thing in the realms.
Say he'll kind of scoff and look, and he's like, "Well, it appears that, must say, it appears that birds of a feather." He's like, "It appears that birds of a feather." Excuse me, I can't exactly risk your mentality rubbing off on me, lest I go poor. He will move past Lord Driscoll and he will shoulder check him and continue walking.
Mentally groan, because that person is really not pleasant. Returning my...
Lord Driscoll's just going to kind of have a smile on his face. And like, well, can't make everyone happy.
So true. Though, if you make everyone else happy around the unhappy person, perhaps they leave.
If only it were that simple, I'll say. But nothing, I'll say, nothing was ever done without hard work.
So true, Lord Driscoll. I only caught part of what was what was going on. What were those ideas that you were talking about? I'm just gonna try to keep him engaged in conversation.
Okay. Cool. He will be engaged in conversation. You will notice his bodyguard seems to be kind of looking at you since he's kind of looking at you, and you did since you made your role, and as far as he's concerned, you have no weapons, none whatsoever. He doesn't really view you as a threat. So therefore, he's just kind of like casually keeping an eye on you and Lord Driscoll, but seems to be staring across the room towards your comrades.
Oh.
Or at least these other people who seem to not fit in just as much as you don't fit in.
You know, I thought the threads would be enough.
Well, I mean, the threads show that you have money, but the fact that you all look well, for the most part, all of you basically look normal.
Yeah, we're not to their visual stature.
Yeah, as far as I remember, Zera didn't do anything about her skin tone. Rayon didn't do anything about his skin tone. And I'll say Khalid still looks like an elf. I'll say Naylan is purple. You still look like a cat boy, so I was like, nothing's really changed. I'll say Evan basically looks like a well-dressed hobo.
Given what Evan is, though, I'm sure no one would mention it.
Tatsuka, as far as I remember, is the only person who actually did something, because she actually shapeshifted to look like something different.
She's looking like a different person. Greg had fancy clothes, but they were from a different place.
Yeah, so he already stands out like a sore thumb, and then the ears don't help.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm like, Zera still looks like Zera, so.
As long as no one incites me, no one will notice my rote high person talk.
Okay, you are keeping him busy and everything. I'll say, Rayon, I see you unmuted. Are you available at the moment?
I am.
Okay. And you are also in game. Good. I need a perception check.
I should ask for something the second I get on the game. Give me a second.
You can make yours at advantage.
Ooh.
This is just D20, yeah?
D20 plus, let's see, whatever your, let me see.
Hold on, I'm
Your
getting
percep-
this. I've got my sheet up. Don't spoil it. Oh
Hmm?
yeah, I can see it. Oh, I think it's an advantage, huh?
Yeah.
That's going to be a 30.
Okay. Cool. You, looking across the room, will notice someone staring directly back at you. It is the bodyguard. I'll say it's the bodyguard of Lord Driscoll.
Can you shift?
And Yeah, I'll say I can do better than that. I can actually show you a picture of him.
I still say that's a Talon.
I mean, whoo.
Is he wearing a mask or is he an owl person?
As far as you can tell, he is wearing some sort of a mask. I'll say he was wearing some sort of a mask. He seems to be staring at you very intently, kind of cocking his head to the side, looks a little confused. You can tell that he is directly staring at you, looking past everyone else looking at you.
Okay. I will make my way over there towards. I mean, he's a bodyguard lord, so I will make my way over there
Okay.
and sort of. Is he taking a defensive position as I approach?
No, but he does seem to be approaching you. David, you can feel this shift in the atmosphere, like this legitimate, like almost as if the air just like as if the actual like physical air around you just kind of changed the closer these two get to each other. And he's going to walk up and kind of be staring you kind of in the face. The closer you get, the taller you realize this guy is. He is almost about 7 feet tall. And he'll be staring. He will stare down at you. With a bit of a smile. You can kind of feel like a bit of a smile underneath the mask. Well, that's one down.
Do I recognize the voice?
You do actually.
Aha.
He's gonna take his large hand and slap it down on your shoulder. He's like, "You son of a bitch, where have you been?"
Is it Rivendas? Since that's who I
Yes.
called her. Rivendas!
Yes.
Oh my god! I thought I was
Ow.
all over the world.
No, we're all here somewhere.
What the? I was in. Oh, what was the name of that place that I was in? I don't even remember. All I know that. Did you encounter the GM on your way in?
The what?
No. Okay, that's just me.
It was like, the hell is a GM? GM?
No. It's nothing. Something the only thought was maybe I hallucinated it.
He was like I don't know a gym. There have been a lot of strange people since I've gotten here. I say there have been a lot of strange people since I've gotten here. I'll say when I landed here. The natives said something. The natives said something about a land of Orca. A little confused about that, but it's a neighboring country here. And these weird homeless people in carts helped me cross the border.
Okay. Well, I've been traveling with this. He looks around and then remembers where they're at. It's like this band of very classy people.
Oh, you have a party. Awesome.
Yeah,
He was like,
always all about telling a great story.
And I'll say he's going to. And I'll say he's going to be like, well, unfortunately, I don't have. He's gonna be like, I don't have much of a party, but I do have. He's like, I don't have much of a party, but I do have. He was like, but I do have a mission. So, there's that.
What's your mission?
He's gonna be like, He's gonna turn around and kind of look around. He's like, can we talk about this in private? He was like, Lord Driscoll, do you mind if I go and talk to this gentleman? He's an old friend of mine. Can I go talk to him for a moment? Will you be okay? And he's gonna put Lord Driscoll's like, certainly. I'm pretty sure that I can manage to not die for a few minutes.
Rayon will be like, Nix, can you see to Lord Driscoll for a couple minutes?
I'm afraid you have me confused with someone else, good sir. I am Lord Rem of the Sands.
Oh, sorry, Lord Rim of the Sands. Can you...
I'd be glad to carry on my conversation with Lord Driscoll.
Okay, yes, please, carry on.
He's going to kind of grab your wrist and just kind of like drag you over here to the corner. Drag you up here.
Yeah, I'm zoomed way too far in.
Okay. So yeah, he's going to be like, okay. He's like, he was like, you were the first to disappear. I don't know if you realize that, but he's like, you were the first to disappear. We had no clue what happened to you. All the rest of us were sent off in short order. Oh, he's like, the rest of us were sent off in short order. Things went kind of sideways after you got banished. There's some serious problems out there. We need to get back and stop her.
That was what I was afraid of. Like, I think they said the place we were at is called Ravenloft.
I believe so. They referred to, the locals refer to it as Ravenloft. There's some sort of really sketchy. We're not even sure if they're gods. Some sort of creatures, entities, or something control this realm. It's really weird. Most of my knowledge trying to look this place up before we got sent off. We don't know much about this place. It's very hush hush, and other deities don't talk about it. It's either they know something that they're not willing to come up off of, or it's kind of aggravating because I didn't realize how little I knew until I didn't know it.
Definitely never met any of the deities here at any of the god orgies.
He's like, he's like, I think we're the only actual gods here.
Huh. That's interesting.
He was like, I think we might be the only gods here. He was like, I had to outfit myself in order. He was like, I had to do everything I could to outfit myself because when I got here, it was just me. So, and I don't know about you, but I got stripped of pretty much all my powers.
Got stripped of quite a few. I found a couple myself along the way.
Lucky you. Most of my powers happen to come from this strange Strange. I guess the closest. I guess there is a god here because actually, I currently am. I'll say I'm currently his paladin in order to try to get thing. I'll say in order to try and get his kind of weird thing done.
What is? Wait, is he a paladin of the deep? What did this guy look like?
Uh,
And has he appeared in multiple forms?
I've only ever seen him once. I've never actually heard. I saw him once before I got here. While I was hurdling here, he was falling next to me. It was very strange. Uh,
Of a darker complexion and had glasses.
he wasn't dark skinned or have glasses, but he did have a beard. Had like a kind of mildly tan skin, but he did have gold eyes. I do remember that.
Does this sound like any encounter I've had?
Yes, every version of the DM that you've seen, even though they all look different, they all have gold eyes.
Okay, so that's the DM. That's the guy I was talking about.
He's like he must say he's like the DM. He was like DM. He was like I don't. He was like he didn't say his name was DM.
What did he say his name was?
He was like he said his name was Jeff.
Jeff. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, and he told me he would help take care of me so long as I followed. So long as I believed in him and believed in the power of the script, which I believe is probably short for the scriptures. So it must be some sort of holy book or some sort of divine book that that he must be talking about. But I mean, it was kind of weird. Seemed kind of strange. But he gave me a fraction of his power. So I mean, I can do some pretty cool stuff now. For mortal anyway.
Rayon's gonna say silently in his head, "I can too."
Dude, you can. He's like, dude, you can do that.
Rayon's not gonna talk. He's just gonna continue in his mind. Yes, I can.
Oh, that is super cool. He was like, that is super cool. Wait, hold on. He's gonna be like, well, he's like, unfortunately, I didn't. He was like, I didn't get like any sort of telepathy and stuff, but I can. He was like, I can do some pretty cool stuff. Like, that thing that people. He was like, that thing that mortals like to do. What do they call it? Dying? Yeah.
Oh, dying. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing that mortals always do. All the rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I can fix that.
That's not a bad gift to have.
I know. It's like if a mortal decides to be stupid and decide that they want to die and just die doing something, I can be like, no, I don't want you to die. And we just bring them back. The party doesn't stop.
You never did that for any of your followers before?
Well, to be fair, they would die, but we would be having too good of a time. And then by the time I noticed that they were dead, it's been like 100 years, and
that's fair. Mortals do have such lives.
And I'm not trying to use like the high-end magic to bring back someone, because that's still a lot of, and that's something that can't really be using our magic and spells like that. Kind of a bit of a pain.
So how did you wind up as a bodyguard for a scoop. You are a god, sir.
So how did you wind up? Look, being a bodyguard gets me a lot of bitches, and we go to a lot of parties. He's gonna be like, "Where's your bitches?"
I'm currently trying to find my wife.
Oh, you finally got rid of her, and you're back to looking for her?
I do care about her, kind of. Somewhat.
Dude, and I'll say, he was like, as much as I don't like that bitch who threw us out, she gave you a one-way divorce ticket. It was like, do you realize what we can do now? We can party like we used to. And I heard that this place has prostitutes, and they have a brothel. I haven't been yet, but I heard it was awesome.
I was at the brothel. They didn't have any dudes.
They have guards, don't they?
Yeah, they did have guards.
Dude, okay, so we can get the guards, we can get the prostitutes, and then it can just be like one big party. I mean, they're not gods, but they'll do.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I'll say, I guess technically we could try to go find your wife, or I could go look for her, and you can look for her, and figure this out. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to think about all this. This is the last thing I want to do. I think it'd be best if we find all 6 of us and get all in the same spot. Just splitting up doesn't make sense, but
well, he's going to pull out. He's going to reach behind his back, and he's going to pull out this massive book, this massive tome. And he's gonna be like as a follower of Jeff, it is my duty. It is my duty to follow the holy scriptures. Otherwise, he might be a killjoy and take and take my divine powers.
Does it say whether it's a J or a G in Jeff? Is it a J in Jeff or a G in Jeff?
It is actually a G in Jeff.
Now I'm less likely to work with the DM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We don't like G Jeffs. Might convince him to rename himself.
I'll say it is Jeff, Geoff.
Yeah, I know, like my ex.
So he will look into the book, and he will look into the book. It seems to be, he opens up the book, and you can see. He was like, see right here where it says. He was like, see right here where it says what I'm supposed to do next. You're looking at the book. There's nothing written on the page.
Rayon's gonna be like, alrighty then. I'm sure it definitely says what you're supposed to do next. I can't see it though. What does it say you're supposed to do next?
He's like, what do you mean you can't see it?
Or cannot. There's no text in that book.
He was like, wait, you can't see it?
No. There's not any text in it.
He was like, oh, okay. He was like, oh, okay. He was like, I thought since you could read, I thought since you could talk into people's minds that you could see this. he was like, he was like, he was like, I thought that you'd be able to see this. Well,
He gave me a different set of powers.
he was like, my set, he was like, since I can't exactly see him like you apparently can, and I only get to talk to him on occasion, because he keeps himself rather, must say, rather quiet. I have been gifted with a, must say, with a glorious power. I can see, must say, I can see things that others cannot. This entity referred to it as the as the Jeff Mendelin realm, or as what I call it, the GM layer. There are things all around us that most of us can never see. Some of them traps, some of them creatures hidden in the dark. My all-seeing eye allows me to notice them beforehand.
Interesting. And you retained none of your air powers?
I can fly. Gave me wings, so there's that. Gave me wings, and gave me wings and an all-seeing eye, and I smash things really good.
Noted. Well, at least now that I know you're here, I wonder. Hypothetically, he's gonna pause, and then he's gonna be like. To all of the hypothetically, since I know the others are in this realm, and technically I can reach them at any distance with my power, I could just tell them all to come here.
He's like, well, if you could have done that, why didn't you try to reach out and
I
talk?
didn't realize you guys were here.
To be fair, better to be here than out there.
And I
As
was
much
not.
as much as I want, as much as I want to go beat, as much as I want to go dance on her face, I can't exactly say I'm that eager to get back out of there.
I was dropped into the realm that old cat ears over there is from.
There's a realm of cat people?
No. Actually, I don't even think the cat ears one is. I don't know. I think he was created by some unnatural means. And then the he looks over, points over at the rest of the crew. The dark one took us through the mists to another realm. Then we wound up here. Honestly, I don't even remember where we were going initially when we first went into the mist. It's been complicated. We picked up the scary-looking chick from a realm that was getting destroyed, and then what's Tatsuka disguised as right now?
I honestly do not remember.
Neither do I.
It's gonna point over.
She looks. But
we know it's Tatsuka, right? Like,
yeah, we know.
He's gonna be like, and that one's a shape-shifting vampire.
We don't know she's a vampire.
No, I've put it together at this point.
I'm not sure how. She hasn't done anything in front of us.
No, she had.
No, she's been very good about only doing her vampire stuff when y'all go to the brothels.
No, she drank blood, and like there have been discussions about the fact that she drinks blood in character in front of us.
No, those have been OCC.
They
Oh,
weren't declared OCC. Because she had one conversation with Evan about it in front of everyone.
I will admit I have no clue, so I can't. I'm not saying. No, honestly, I don't know. I don't remember. But okay. But we'll figure. We can figure something like that out a little later.
Whatever. We don't have to. I don't have to say that then. I'll just say the shape-shifting one's weird. Her brother's very territorial of her.
He was like, she has a brother.
Yeah, he's a cleric. Whatever god it is that these people here worship.
There's a god here?
I don't know if the god's actually here, but they worship one like he's here.
Well, if he has powers and it works, then he must be worshiping something. Otherwise, his powers wouldn't work. You must say. Otherwise, he'd just be praying to nothing and getting no results.
True. Maybe he's praying to you. He's gonna laugh.
He's like, please. He's like, there's not much I can do. He's like, you can't pray to a god who. He's like, you can't pray to a god who's praying to another god. He's gonna be like, you will notice that his book starts flowing. He's going to open up. He's like, oh wait, all right, I'm getting a message. 1 second. He will open up the book and we'll stare at it. And he's like, okay, really? Huh.
I guess you just got a text message.
He seems a little disturbed. He was like, huh, well, that doesn't look right. And he's like, well, that doesn't exactly sound very paladin-like. All right. He's going to close the book. So he's going to close the book and like, I don't like this. It doesn't sit well with me.
What is it?
Wait about 6 seconds. You'll find out. He seems a bit uncomfortable, but he also seems to be staring at Lord Driscoll. I must say, everyone, make me a perception check.
Oh.
Hearing based.
Oh, fun.
I was about to ask if I had advantage because I've been focused, but if it's hearing based, probably not.
Yeah, if you've been actively, you've actively been seeking danger, so I can give it to you at advantage.
Awesome.
28.
One momento. Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Everyone made it, especially Nyx. I can lower Tristan's difficulty. So yeah, definitely. Parent to fuck Evan. All right. Okay. I guess I can go ahead and roll hers as well. Where's her sheet? Here we go. Perception. Surprisingly, not that high. Not as high as it should be, anyway. You guys kind of blow her out the work. The things that you guys actually are better than her at kind of surprise me. And the things that she's better than you guys at is kind of weird. Yeah, she does not notice. She is definitely in her book. You guys will hear the sound of a flintlock.
Okay.
I say you will hear the sound of a gun cock, and then you will hear a loud bang. I didn't select that. Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ. Fortunately, I'm not saying fortunately, that I'll say despite how garbage that is, that is, I'll say that hits exactly. You will hear a bang as I'll say for Nayland, because you were paying attention, it is coming from up here at the I'll say it was coming from up here at this part of the banister on the second floor as a bullet whizzes across the room and strikes him in the shoulder.
On the bang, I'd like to cast
Too far. Yeah.
I'd like to cast Shield Ally.
Okay, you do that reactively.
Yes, it's designed to be done reactively.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
So, hearing the bang and having a rough direction, I would like to haul ass in that direction.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I have anything that helps my movement that I can throw on?
The guards are going to look around, and they're going to kind of see that everything's kind of going to shit.
Yep.
They're going to they pretty much kind of hold their positions as the tenants start running around. They're like, "Oh no, it's an assassin! He's here to kill me!" All of them seem to be, panicking for their own lives, trying to figure out who's here to get killed. Nix, as that bullet is coming towards him, you reactively activate a shield as the bullet ricochets out of the way for ricochets out of the way for thus protecting Lord Driscoll.
I must have been bad at that. I meant to use it on me.
Once that happens, Rayon, you will see Rivendas close the book. He's like, "Okay, that played out the way it was supposed to." And he'll shut the book. He said that the book said that I shouldn't act until after Lord Driscoll was assaulted.
Excellent. So now, Rayon's going to engage his light crossbow and be like, now we can go get this guy?
He was like, he's gonna be like, sure.
Reminder for Matt, since you were not here at the beginning of the session, our primary assignment we're being paid to do is if somebody tries to attack the guy, is get him out of the building and to safety, not to pursue the assassin.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Yeah,
admittedly,
the
I have
assassin
immediately
gets-
broken that myself. I'm just reminding you since you were not here at the beginning of the session when Brian reminded us.
Okay.
Do as you will.
How did you get up here?
Spider climb.
Okay.
I can
awesome.
run up walls, and I
Yeah,
use a
which
dash.
case-
So in theory, I have enough movement to get up there.
In which case, when you get up there, you will see this gentleman standing up there, kind of like he's waiting for you.
I was both here for a second.
He looks familiar, though. Just the face.
I'll say, he seems to be looking at you. He's like, he's like, well, how you doing there?
And this is my 15-minute warning, just a heads up, because I
Okay.
be up at 5:30.
I imagine we're not going much longer anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of looks at you. He's like, oh, well, hello there, sir. How are you doing?
Doing all right.
All right. What brings you up here?
Oh, I don't know. Random assassination attempts.
Oh, you want the money for the assassination yourself?
No, I'm actually been paid to prevent the assassination.
Oh, wow. Who's got the balls to pay? He was like, who's got the balls to pay to not kill this guy?
Well, hunter-client privilege. I really can't go into that.
That's fair. All right. So, which one of us do you plan on stopping?
Well, I've got eyes on you, so probably you.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I guess everyone. He was like, well, I guess he's like, I guess since I made the first move, and I unfortunately missed, then I guess that I guess I'm not going to reach him in time before one of the other people ends up killing him. It was a pain. You actually look like you actually look like you're good too.
Yeah, I am. Don't suppose you can willing to tell me how many of you there are?
He's like, I don't know. He was like, depends on how many people. He was like, I just know that that Lord Driscoll, like almost every guy here wants him dead.
Okay,
So
this is not a coordinated thing then. This is just every man. Okay.
Oh, he was like, oh no. He was like, yeah, we're all just here for the same thing. He's like, whichever one of us can prove that we killed him is the one who gets it. He was like, I don't know these bastards. He was like, I'm just as likely to shoot them if I see them getting a head up on me.
Awesome. 1 second. Leans over the rail. There's multiples. You might want to bolt.
Provided I can get another action, since I don't think we're in initiative at the moment.
You are not.
Okay, I'm going to do something you're quite familiar with.
Okay.
So we got
Awesome.
Death Ward and Sanctuary now. Awesome.
If you'll, actually, I can drop that. If you want more conversation, Lord Driscoll, I suggest we get out of any line of fire. Care to follow me?
He's like, yes. What about I say? He's like, what about the staff?
I believe there's other people here that can take care of the staff. Mainly
the
the guy with the glowing bow over there.
You will see. You will see this gentleman. He picks up this gentleman and is holding him as a human shield as he is trying to make his way out the door.
You dick.
Benjamin.
He is holding him up in the pretty much in the line. Holding him up in the direction of where the gunshot came from, and seems to be trying to make his way towards the door. While you are saying that, must say, while you are doing that, you will hear, I must say, you're gonna kind of hear a, I guess I've got to go to work. She's going to take, I must say, this young lady down here in the corner, who you saw talking to, who you saw sitting with Nayland, is going to, must say, Nayland will see this happen. You'll see her pluck a feather off of that thing that's over her shoulder, and she is going to throw it like a dart towards in the direction of Nyx and Driscoll. You will see the feather land right here, kind of sticking to the ground like a dart, and the moment that the feather hits the ground, she will suddenly appear where the feather is.
Okay.
Well, hello there.
Hello, I'm here. I'll say. She was like, I'm here to escort. She was like, I'm here to escort Lord Driscoll.
Oh, I'm afraid I have already made the offer. You are too late.
Oh well, Lord Driscoll, on behalf, I'll say, on behalf of the peasantry, they have paid me to make sure that you don't make it to wherever you're trying to go. They would like you to come out to their. They would like you to come out to their lands. They don't believe that the nobility has your best interest in mind.
Well, I do believe that's Lord Driscoll's choice.
I think we were.
Oh,
We were just paid to escort him to safety, right? We weren't given a specific destination.
I think let's make sure he doesn't die.
Yeah.
I'll say you were told to escort him back to Lady Rhaenyra at the palace.
Okay.
She's saying that she was hired by the peasantry to escort him outside the city to the peasantry, because the peasantry is like, they don't trust him in the city, and they think that people are going to try and kill him, and they feel that he'll be safer out in their villages and whatnot, out in in the area. So the peasantry basically compiled as much money as they could in order to pay her to effectively kidnap him and bring him out there. You were paid to take him. You're being paid to bring him to Lady Rhaenyra, and and so far this gentleman up here is being paid to kill him. And
sounds like you two have a choice then.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't exactly know what's going on, and this is getting kind of he's gonna be like, this is getting kind of difficult.
Oh, well, let me simplify it for you then, Lord Driscoll. I clearly have actively protected you at least once. Therefore, you and I should get the safety. You, over there, woman with the pelt.
Well,
feel free to follow, but I suggest not interfering.
well, just like you, I'm being paid to do a job. I'm being paid to do a job, and I can't exactly guarantee his safety the farther into the city that you take him. She was like, so he's going to be coming with me, and you will hear a voice that almost sears. Just listening to it almost sounds as if it's searing its way into your brain, as you will see sifting out of the darkness over here.
There he is.
Okay.
The only thing that Lord Driscoll will be taking is his last breath.
Okay then.
Lord Driscoll. I have been paid by the round table of nobles to see your end. Nothing personal. Nothing personal. Actually, I liked most of your plans. I wish that you had gotten them done sooner.
Can I like grab Lord Jestrel's arm and like pull him in a direction?
This is all kind of happening at the same time.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Rivendos is gonna be like, oh man, well, this complicates everything. I didn't know there would be this many people.
We just simply get Lord Driscoll back to the safety of the Capitol building, the main building there, and which is what my crew and I have been paid to do. And Bob's your uncle.
I'm gonna say he's gonna be like, well, you see, that's a bit of a problem as well.
Yeah, see, called it.
He's like, I can't exactly let you do that either.
Why not?
Because Lord Jeff wants him.
Oh. In that case, we take him to Lord Jeff.
Ambition.
He's like, bet.
Part of me wasn't expecting that, but I was like, holy shit, Ambition, awesome.
Wait, what?
I don't think he expected you to make that decision.
Oh, yeah, no. Since Rayon has put together that Lord Jeff is the DM, yeah, no. If the DM wants something, I've got to do it.
He's like, aren't these your friends though?
Friends is such a vague word.
I'm gonna do my best to not hit them.
Yeah, they're allies of convenience.
First betrayal, episode 16, folks.
And I said he's like Rayon, you never changed. He's like, and you're not even drunk this time. And you turn your back on people. It's great.
We're at a party.
He's gonna look around at everyone and he's like, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people to try and fight. God, and they look strong too. That guy looks creepy. That guy has a gun.
Ooh! You! How high up is the ceiling here in this building?
This is basically about a 3-story tall building. But this is like a grand hall, so the ceiling is probably about like 80 feet.
Oh, excellent. You're gonna love this trick. I learned this trick when I got here. Rayon is going to cast Call Lightning.
Okay.
I don't think we have to be outside for that, right?
You said what?
No, okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, so
I can never remember how that one works.
Yeah, it's just like he just has to hold on to it.
Yep.
10 feet tall, 60-foot radius. Go ahead and see if I can drop that. And
Which
we'll
for this
have
I don't
that
think
next
is the
time.
map.
Nope.
Let's see.
Okay.
So orange circle.
I'm going to cast it at. Hold on.
Oh.
So I can declare before.
Yeah, I am sorry, Matt, if I have to shoot Rayon.
Hey, Rayon made that choice all by himself.
Rayon.
Where do you want this dropped?
Rayon's not telling you guys what he's doing.
Oh, I know. It's just if it comes up to where there's a direct conflict like that.
Yeah. But I gotta go with my patron like that, right? Hey, that makes sense, yeah.
I mean, technically, you're able to tell your patron to fuck off, but yeah.
It's like I understand the mental steps. I understand the logic.
The patron hasn't given me any reason to tell the patron to fuck off.
Yeah.
And-
Now, to be fair, the patron told Mouse, your patron is his god, and his god told him to do this.
Yeah.
He hasn't given you any instructions to do anything.
I mean, do what you want, man. But they're
Yeah.
just saying.
Yeah.
And
Um,
I haven't done anything yet to.
Oh, I know.
Gonna try not to do.
oh, I know. But
Yeah.
my character doesn't know Jack,
This,
so.
Where do you want this? Okay. Right there. Okay. Cool.
Oh, zooming out to make sure. I'm casting it at 5th level.
Okay. So, all right. So there is a cloud that appears at the top of the room.
I hope that's a
Lord
good
Driscoll's gonna be like, well, that's annoying.
one. Yes, please come with me, Lord Driscoll, as this is getting exceedingly dangerous.
And she's like, it doesn't have to get exceedingly dangerous if you just let me take Lord Driscoll and get the hell out of here.
Here, I'll solve this. Brian,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to grapple Lord Driscoll by way of throwing him over my shoulder.
Okay. Well, I'll say this is just me like setting things up for next
Oh, okay.
time, and then do like
Gotcha.
initiatives and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of set this whole thing up. This the gentleman who came out of the shadows, the one who Nayland referred to as Diego Milgram. The suitcase he is holding the suitcase that he is holding will open up. It will open up. You will see what appears to be when he opens it up. This large, short barreled gun, lack of a better term, looks ridiculously huge barrel opening. Seems to be large enough. Seems to be about 6 inches. The barrel the hole seems to be like 6 inches in diameter. Inside of there is also it also seems to be some sort of glass. What looks to be clear glass vials of different colors. As he pulls the thing out and loads the gun with a glass vial that is red. He loads the gun with a glass vial that is red. He will look towards you and say, "It is in your best interest to move. I do not wish to kill those who I do not get paid for. Will, stand aside. This is not your fight." She'll look and she was like, "I'm getting paid, so it kinda is my fight, I think. Wait, so it's, hold on, let me just kinda get a head count on what I'm dealing with over here." So I've got, he was like, so Dee Dee, it's you, and what's your name? Sandboy?
You can call me Lord Rem.
Lord Rim. Okay, so we got Lord Rim, Diego. Hey, she's gonna look over. She's gonna look over. She was like, "Hey." It was like, "Hey, Nayland Balana."
Just yelling all the way. Okay.
Yeah, she's just yelling. He's like, "Hey,
Hmm.
you don't want me taking him either, do you?"
Honestly, for the moment, I'm just concerned with getting him out alive. Where he goes after we get him out of the building, I'm up for debate.
Okay, cool. Masa, she was like, "Is someone up there?
Yeah, I got the sniper up here.
Who is it?"
Sorry. He hasn't introduced himself.
He's like, "Oh, where's my?" He was like, "Oh, where's my manners?" He's like, the name's Zeke.
Some dude named Zeke.
She's gonna, you're gonna see her kind of slap her forehead. She's like, why is everyone here?
Because it's where the money is.
Literally.
She's like, Zeke, how much are you getting paid? He was like, how much are you getting paid to kill him? He was like, he's like 50K. She was like, gold? And he was like, platinum.
Oh shit. That's some money right there. Damn.
They about to say,
Well, I mean, we got 40 for a bakery.
That's true.
I'm about to say, he's gonna be like, he's like, how much are you getting paid? And she was like, 100. He was like, 100. He was like 100,000 platinum, and she was like, no, 100 gold. He'll be like, 100 gold. You're putting your life on the line for 100 gold? He was like, well, I tried to give the peasants a discount.
I think she's doing it for the principal, man.
Oh, that's nice.
I'll say he's like, oh, how noble. I'll be sure to. He was like, I'll be sure to visit you in. He was like, I'll be sure to visit you in the poorhouse. Diego is going to say, he's like, such trifles. He's like, such trifles. He was like, such trifles. You as professionals discussing your money in public. He was like, you do not do the dead any favors by putting a price tag, by telling the dead how much they are worth.
He got you there.
It is shameful and disgraceful. You simply kill them and collect the money over their tomb. He's like, this man has done many good deeds, but evil people wish him dead. And I do not, I must say, and unfortunately, my weapon does not distinguish between good and evil.
My weapon knows no alignment. I, on the other hand.
No, so she'll look at him. So you mean to tell me that you really don't have any dog in this fight? He was like, I actually like the man. I wanted him to do great things for the people, to create balance. Unfortunately, as a weapon, weapons do not decide what they do. Weapons are wielded by their masters. Do you blame the blade? Do you blame the blade that stabs the person, or do you blame the person who used it?
I blame the smith for smithing it.
That is an interesting viewpoint. Please move out of the way. I would like to talk to you and not kill you.
I'm afraid you're going to have to choose another target then. Because I'm on defensive duty at the moment. Don't make me defend against you.
With that sanctuary spell, you do realize that you will likely be the target if I miss him.
Yeah, I figured.
Very well. I will admit that despite my garish appearance, I do have a bit of a fancy for Quill. I unfortunately do not know you, and as intelligent as you seem, I'm fairly certain I can use the money from this job to resurrect you and continue our conversation.
One can only hope. Remember, he doesn't believe he can come back if he dies.
Rubendas is going to look at you, Rayan. He's like, "All right, so this is what's gonna happen. He's gonna like draw his sword. He's gonna draw a sword as all this wind starts picking up around the sword. He's like, I'm gonna use this sword, and I'm gonna murder everyone between me and he's like, I'm gonna murder everyone between me and Lord Driscoll, and then we're gonna hurry. And then I'm gonna hurry up and get him to Jeff. And I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to at least get like a pat on the back or maybe a level. I don't exactly know how this works here.
Don't kill my friend, please.
Which one's your friend? The cute one, right?
The cat ears. I mean,
we don't. He's going to look. He's like, we don't have a cat ear. He's like, we didn't have a cat ears where we came from, did we?
I don't know. When Verdi maybe had one. Maybe. I don't know.
And he didn't share?
What?
I was saying, they didn't share.
Sorry, I caught that.
He's like, son of a bitch. Alright, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go punch him in the face really hard, knock him out, and then we can take him back to like a room and we can have fun with him.
Cat ears?
Yeah. I mean, we can bring.
Ever since.
I must say, we can bring Driscoll too if you want. I'm pretty sure we can drop him off to Jeff. You know, once we're done. He didn't say what sort of shape he needed to be in.
If Driscoll can't make up his mind on where to go, you can always just be like, I'm your bodyguard. I'm taking you. And he's going to trust you because you're his bodyguard.
Oh, shit, that's right. I'm a bodyguard. Holy fuck, bro. This is why I need you. He's like, I suck at this shit. Oh, my God. This is why I couldn't hold down a job.
This is why I was in charge of... Why I was the de facto leader.
Yeah, he was like, you see, this is why you did all the work, and I brought the snacks. And he's like, we had a good dynamic. You ran the realm, I brought the bitches, everything worked out. God, why did that bitch have to ruin everything? Ah.
I don't know. Did have a good run. Can't wait to get back, fix everything, restore order.
And go back to harassing and tormenting the mortals. I miss that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Good times. Good times.
Might be a little nicer to the mortals after we're done.
Oh, are you getting soft? The mortals? Oh, you like the mortals? They're so cute and fluffy. You want to adopt one?
Except for the ones that worshipped her. Those are full of torment.
There we go. I'll say, there we go. Torment for everyone. He's like, torment for everyone. He was like, I'll say, well, we're stuck down here rolling around in the dirt with these petty, ugly-looking mortals.
I'm thinking a drought. Yeah, a nice long drought.
Ooh, a drought. A drought sounds fun. Ooh, okay. We could probably strike them with like bouts of insanity.
As much fun as this is, the player behind the screen is falling asleep.
Okay. So, I'm about to say he's like, okay. He's like, so what we're gonna do is he's gonna open up the book, dramatically pause and wait for 2 weeks. And he's gonna close the book.
No.
Diego is going to point a gun towards you and Lord Driscoll, Nix. He is going to freeze in place. Quill Balthazar is going to reach over to her pelt and she is going to pull out. I'm not saying she is going to be holding. She is going to pull out 5 feathers and be holding them between her fingers as if she's holding darts. Zeke Mustang is going to. Zeke Mustang is going to be holding. Is going to be holding his rifle in one hand and a 6-shooter in the other. Pointing one at you and pointing one at Lord Driscoll. Malin.
Mm-hmm.
and Rivendos is going to be holding his sword as it is swirling with a wind that almost seems to be feeding into and off of this storm that has been generated above the room. As the guards seem to simply just be standing there, doing absolutely nothing. With the patrons scrambling and running around, and the band picking up the tempo for the battle. And with that, we will see you again in 2 weeks to see how you guys plan on making this happen.
Okay.
I am going to bed. If anyone wants to chat with me tomorrow, I've got a 13-hour drive. Feel free to give me a call.
Okay, that's
Right.
good.
Alrighty.
Be safe, bro.
Yep.
All right. Later, everyone.
There.
Yep.
Mhm.